Without my glasses I cannot read, so already old age is hitting Jara. Prabhu, you made a statement a few years ago. After some time you'll regret why I didn't take this up early enough. Age is coming, kicking in.
Okay.
Atakaya kash.
Sri Shuka Vacha.
Sorry. Sri Shuka Uvacha. Atakasyachid Vija Varasyangiraha Pravarasya Samadama Tapa Swadhyayayana Tyaga Santosha Titisha Prasraya Vidyana Suyatma Jnana Nanda Yukta Yasyatma Sadrisha Sruta Silachara Rupaudharya Gunanava Sodharya Angaja Bhabuvur Mithunam Cha Yaviyasyayam Bharyayam Yastu Tatra Pumanstam Parma Bhagavatam Rajarshi Pravaram Bharatam Utsrishta Mriga Shariram Charama Sharirena Vipravatam Ghatam Ahu.
Srila Sukadeva Goswami continued, my dear king, after giving up the body of a deer, Bharata Maharaj took birth in a very pure Brahmana family. Okay, so a short time, after a short period as a deer, he took birth in an exalted family. There was a Brahmana who belonged to the dynasty of Angira Muni. He was fully qualified with Brahmanical qualifications. He could control his mind and senses, and he had studied the Vedic literatures and other subsidiary literatures. He was expert in giving charity, and he was always satisfied, tolerant, very gentle, learned, and non-envious. He was self-realized and engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. He remained always in a trance. He had 9 equally qualified sons by his first wife, and by his second wife he begot twins, a brother and a sister, of which the male child was said to be the topmost devotee and the foremost of saintly kings, Bharata Maharaj. This then is the story of the birth he took after giving up the body of a deer. Nice, huh? You can get a full understanding. So, as I said earlier on, and also Prabhupada quotes here, Suchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Brasta Abhijayate. Right? So, depending on the yogi unsuccessful, after many years, he'll go to the planet of pious living entities. And then after there comes a family of righteous people, or into the family of a aristocracy. Like that. So, depending on his, whether it's a long or short, 2 classes Prabhupada says, one with little progress and one after long practice of yoga or devotional practice. So those who short practice generally go to
Wealthy family.
Healthy, those heavenly families.
Oh, the least is.
Yeah, those with long practice they take birth in.
Because they want to enjoy this.
Yeah, devotee family like that. They come back to the planet and take birth in special family, righteous Brahmana Vaishnavas, which is what is here. You can see. Prabhupada is giving us understanding that Krishna's words are always correct, truthful, like that. Okay. So he was born as a rich Kshatriya now, and then due to his willful negligence of his spiritual duties and his excessive attachment to an insignificant, he was obliged to take birth as the son of a deer. And now he is put into a good Brahmana family. Text 3.
We got to always keep in context that actually Bharata Maharaj is son of the Supreme Lord.
Who?
Bharata Maharaj is son of the
Supreme Lord, yeah. But still...
So sometimes we forget that, we try to analyze, he is like a practicing devotee.
Yeah. No. He is special also, but still he willingly fell down.
He is teaching us.
To teach us. Text 3.
Tatrapi Swajana Sangacha Brisam Udbijamano Bhagavata Karma Bandha Vividavamsa Shravana Smarana Guna Vivarna Charanaravinda Yugalam Manasa Vidad Atmana Pratigatam Ashankamano Bhagavat Anugrahena Anusmrita Swapurva Janmavali Atmanam Unmatta Jadanda Bhadira Swarupena Darshayam Ashalokasya.
Translation: due to his being especially gifted with the Lord's mercy, Bharata Maharaj could remember the incidents of his past life. Although he received the body of a Brahmana, he was still very much afraid of his relatives and friends who were not devotees. Interesting. The father is very advanced, but still in the circle, the relatives and friends were not. He was always very cautious of such association because he feared that he would again fall down. Once bitten, twice shy. Consequently, he manifested himself before the public eye as a madman, dull, blind and deaf, so that others would not try to talk to him. In this way, he saved himself from bad association. Within, he was always thinking of the lotus feet of the Lord and chanting the Lord's glories, which save one from the bondage of fruitive action. In this way, he saved himself from the onslaught of non-devotee associates. So this is one way of making sure you don't have bad association. This is one way of making sure, no bad association. That means to become like a dull-headed, foolish guy. Then when in your own space you chant seriously. So it's like in school, sometimes the kid will play all the time, but then when exam comes they score high. And you wonder why they are always playing. But actually they study very hard. Right? So you trick people. So he was putting himself into those kind of situation.
He's almost acting like Rishabh Deva.
He's he like a madman, like his father. Yeah. His father in his previous life. Right. So according to how you associate in this world, you will take birth accordingly. Right. Prabhupada says, "Karanam guna sangasya sarasya yonishu janmusu." So you associate with foolish things, you will take birth among foolish entities. Right? If you associate with devotees and you haven't finished, then you will continue from where you stop. Karmana deva netrena. That means everything is under the influence of the Lord actually. You cannot think that it's just going on accordingly. Karma mimansa, right? According to karma mimansa, you work hard, the Lord is forced to give you good
Karma is supreme.
Yeah, karma is supreme. Hey, Kana, how's it going? Oh, you've grown tall. Thank you. So they say karma is supreme, but that's not how the reality is. The whole karmic forces is set up by the Lord Himself. Right? Look like one of those games, you play.
Stag gun.
Huh? Stag gun? No, the machine they used to, when I was a kid, they used to play that. Every time the jukebox or whatever you pull the ball, all this funny noise will come out. It sounds like that.
Yeah, they still have those.
They still have that, yeah. Yeah, so to get out of this karmic forces and not to be entangled in that karanam guna sangasya, we associate, therefore we are forced to take birth in a certain yonishu, certain species. We have to take up devotional practice. Become serious with it. And then you won't fall down. Bhakti yogena sevata. That's what Prabhupada says. Sagunan samita aitan brahma bhuyaya kalpite. Like that. So therefore he became, I'm not going to get into all these Brahminical activities anymore, because he understood, he was about to taste pure love, prema. And so now he said, I'm not going to go through. And if I act normally, they'll make me get married and I have to go through all those things. So therefore he said, I'm going to just act like a madman. So from the time he left the body of a deer and then he took birth, he could remember that as soon as he took birth, he knows, I better. So even as a baby, he knew to act like a fool. Yeah, so that's what it is. So people always treated him like a fool.
So he feared that he will fall down.
Yeah, he's always fearful now.
It's very interesting.
For most people, Prabhupada used to say, right, that my devotees, they are not fearful enough.
Afraid of Maya.
Not afraid of Maya. So here you can say, that we have to be very fearful. That we will
Fall down.
miss the train.
Miss the train, yeah.
Miss the train. Otherwise it's a slow train to China, as they say. Thanks for...
Prabhu, can you scroll up? तस्यापि वा आत्मजस्य विप्रा पुत्र स्नेहानुबुद्ध बद्ध मना आस्मा वर्तनात् संस्कारान् यतोपदेशं विदधान उपानितस्य च पुनः शौचमानादीन् कर्मनियमान् अनाभिप्रेतान् अपि समाशिक्षयद् अनुशिष्टेन हि भाव्यं पितुपुत्रेणेति.
The Brahmana father's mind, you want to chant? Kano? No. Brahmana father's mind was always filled with affection for his son Jadabharata, Bharata Maharaj. Therefore he was always attached to Jadabharata. Because Jadabharata was unfit to enter the Grihastha ashram, he simply executed the purificatory process up to the end of the Brahmachari ashram. Although Jadabharata was unwilling to accept his father's instructions, the Brahmana nonetheless instructed him in how to keep clean and how to wash, thinking that the son should be taught by the father.
He did his duty.
He did his duty. At least he will know how to take care of himself. Yeah. Now you see, in the first sentence, the Brahmana's father's mind was always filled with affection for his son Jadabharata. What does it tell you?
They're always attached to children.
Okay, that's true.
Because he is a pure
He is Supreme
person.
Lord.
He's
So he's attracted to him.
No, he's not the Supreme
his,
Lord.
his saintly
Son.
qualities are attractive.
Yeah, saintly qualities are attractive, and also all parents will always be affectionate to their kids. But here is all special because he's very saintly, very powerful person who has so much wonderful qualities that somehow or other the father who is self-realized person are not attracted to anything, right? Not attached to anything. But here he is filled with affection. Remember the Atmarama Chamuna? It says that the Lord, just simply hearing the Lord, even the self-realized person is attracted. So one who has Krishna in the heart is very attractive to anyone. So Jadabharata is therefore so attractive to his father. So he wanted to, and it also says he always attached to Jadabharata. He has so many other sons. Right? How many sons he has? 9 plus
One daughter.
one daughter and one extra son. So 10 altogether. And because he was like that, he was therefore unfit to get married. Yeah. So therefore you can see they don't just anyhow marry people off. Oh, I have this horrible son, let him marry and get out from the house. Nowadays that's what they do. Oh, my daughter is not qualified, let her get married and go away. No, it's not like that. People know when they should enter ashram and when not to enter ashram. But he did his duty at the same time. He didn't want his son to be not able to do certain things. Huh? Right. So Prabhupada said externally he acted like a dumb, dull person, but internally he was very alert. Alert to what?
His
External.
goal of the
Fear of fall down.
Yeah, fear of fall down and goal of Krishna consciousness. Yeah. So he only wanted to do devotional service. Therefore, swanastittasya dharmasya samsiddhi Haritoshanam. He knew the goal. One pointer. Okay? He knew he had to somehow satisfy the Lord. So internally he was very carefully practicing. Alright? Let's go to text 5.
सचापि तदुहा पितृसन्निधाव एव सादृशिनम् इव स्म करोति छन्दांसि अध्यापसैसं सह व्याहृतिभिः सप्रणवशिरस्त्रिपादिं सावित्रीं ग्रैष्मावासान्तिकाम् मासान् आदियानम् अपि असमवेतरूपं ग्राह्याम् आसम्.
Jadabharata behaved before his father like a fool, despite his father's adequately instructing him in Vedic knowledge. He behaved in that way so that his father would know that he was unfit for instruction and would abandon the attempt to instruct him further. He would behave in a completely opposite way. Although instructed to wash his hands after evacuating, he would wash them before. Nonetheless, his father wanted to give him Vedic instructions during the spring and summer. He tried to teach him the Gayatri mantra along with Omkara and Vyariti. But after 4 months, his father still was not successful in instructing him.
For spiritual instruction also he was not...
He didn't want any instruction.
Yeah,
because he felt if he just give in to something, then he'll give everything up. Right? Remember previously Sukadeva Goswami explained for Rishabhadev why he didn't use his mystic power. Because the mind, once it thinks, oh, I can do all this, then you become thinking, I am the one who's doing it, and then you deviate from the goal of life, like that. So similarly here, he didn't want anything to disturb his focus.
Because he was already so advanced.
He's very advanced, he doesn't need all this thing.
He's doing internal.
He's already liberated.
He's doing internal devotions, so it's not external.
Not external.
This is not chanting.
No, well, they can't see him chant.
They try to teach him.
Yeah.
No, not chanting.
Well, I don't know.
I'm saying the Mahamantra.
This is not for us to follow.
Probably internally he's chanting. I can't see it. I'm not that.
This is not for us to follow. This.
Yeah, no, it's not for us, but to show us the determination to practice properly should be there.
Yeah.
Text 6.
एवं स्वतनुज आत्मनि अनुरागावेशितचित्तः शौचाध्यायन व्रतनियम गुर्व अनलशुश्रूषानादि औपाकुर्वानख कर्माणि अनाभियुक्तानि अपि समानुशिष्टेन भाव्यम् इति असद् आग्रह पुत्रम् अनुशास्य स्वयं तावद् अनादिगत मनोरथः कालेनाप्रमितेन स्वयं गृह एव प्रमत्त उपासा मृतः उपसंमृतः.
Brahmana, father of Jadabharata, considered his son his heart and soul, and therefore he was very much attached to him. He thought it wise to educate his son properly, and being absorbed in this unsuccessful endeavor, he tried to teach his son the rules and regulations of brahmacharya, including the execution of the Vedic vows, cleanliness, study of the Vedas, the regulative methods, service to the spiritual master, and the method of offering a fire sacrifice. He tried his best to teach his son in this way, but all his endeavors failed. In his heart he hoped that his son would be a learned scholar, but all his attempts were unsuccessful. Like everyone, this Brahmana was attached to his home, and he had forgotten that someday he would die. Death, however, was not forgetful. At the proper time, death appeared and took him away. Amazing, huh? So, we cannot think that death won't come for us.
We may forget.
Huh?
We may forget, but
What we may, we all forgotten. From morning till now, we have completely forgotten we are going to die. Right or not?
Yeah. No negative thinking.
Huh?
No
I
negative
didn't
thinking.
You didn't?
I didn't remember.
Okay. Exactly, We're all fine. Now when we read this, we are like, oh my God, I will die also. So we are thinking, oh, my children, my family, so many things to do and so much more to do. But you can die. So this is an interesting statement. Death, however, was not forgetful.
Suchinam Srimate Gehe. So he was born in a family of transcendentalists, right?
Yeah,
So
very
this Brahmana
advanced.
was also
Brahmana.
transcendental.
Yeah. He's,
So
he's
he-
self-realized Brahmana.
Okay.
But he was so much focused in the home to take care of his, maybe not at the same level as Bharat Maharaj. Yes. But advanced enough to teach the and practice everything. Yeah.
So, Prabhu, Bharat Maharaj was very advanced, he was a pure devotee, so his father's attachment was not detrimental to him, right?
No.
To his father.
No.
It was only helping him become Krishna conscious.
Yeah. He wanted to do his duty anyway. Yeah. No,
But also in the process, at some point of time, you have to.
you have to detach.
Detach.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you have to, like, if other
Yeah,
others are
that's like,
devotees, they are advanced?
No, in third canto, right? Kardama Muni had Kapila Dev. At a certain point, he gave up his son and family and went to take sannyas.
He's Supreme Lord.
Right? Even though his son was Supreme Lord, he don't have to, right? But, sometimes we wonder why, but the reality is everything is done so that we know what to do correctly in our lives. Otherwise, at the risk of taking birth again, we will do something foolish. Yeah, so similarly here also, even though, like Prabhu was saying, at a certain point you should have understood this kid is not going to learn, I shouldn't be wasting my time, I should focus on my own practices. Same thing like the deer incidents here, the father is too attached to the son here.
Standard theme.
Yeah, standard theme in these chapters, you can see that.
Attachment.
But the positive thing is Jadabharat is a pure devotee, and so it will be only favorable if the father thought of him as he died, But it doesn't seem that way. It seemed that he was too busy what he should be doing and was more attached to his home and getting everything in order. Like Smarta Brahmana, all this, must do this, must do that.
But there is no injunction that one can remember the devotee and die. Right? We have to remember Krishna and die. Right?
No, there is when Narad Muni told the brother of Ambarish Maharaj, when he went, his brother Ambarish told Narad Muni, can you help my brother because he's not a devotee. So he said, I will go and see him. So he went to see him, but he refused to open the door. Then finally he opens and apologizes. And then he said, I'm drunk, I don't know what to do, I can't invite you in my home, I have girls, all, he's doing all nonsense. So then Narad say, when you see Yamaraj, just say what,
Ask the question.
ask the question, what
What is the destination of a person
who have seen a Vaishnava, particularly Narad Muni. So that the whole incident is when he meets Yamaraj, he asks that question, and as soon as he asked,
Then leave.
the lotus plane came to take him back. Yeah. So the power of a Vaishnava is very powerful, particularly at the level of that category of Narad is very powerful.
Where is this one from?
Is there in Puranas or not?
I heard that differently from Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj.
Mm.
When he asked the
Question. Yamaraj takes him to Brahma.
and
And Brahma takes to Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva takes to Vishnu.
Vaikunthasri.
And they ask the question Vishnu, and then Vishnu says, this is what happens.
He comes like that.
I mean, I guess it's the same.
Different.
Yeah, sometimes it's different. Like Krishna kills Kamsa in different ways in different yugas. Different Dwarka yuga. Yeah. So like that. Yeah. So that is like you say. Now, can you? Yeah. If you remember Prabhupada and you die, why can't you go back to Godhead?
Some of the disciples did that during last days. Some of the proper disciples. were-
Yeah, they all think of Prabhupada. Yeah. Anyway, they don't have.
Prabhupada came.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Right, there was one story.
Yeah, you want to see Prabhupada and others, you don't want to see someone else, right?
There was one devotee who
Yeah.
left the movement,
Yes.
and then he was in deathbed, and Prabhupada came and helped him to remember Krishna.
Yeah.
Hums something.
That was that devotee Sudama, the secretary Srila Prabhupada. He took sannyas, black devotee, and he left afterwards. But later on he came back and he was very sick. I remember that was in 92, 93. He was in California. Then he called my Guru Maharaj and he went to see him. So he asked what will happen to me, to my Guru Maharaj. And my Guru Maharaj said, you will be alright, just remember Prabhupada like that. So then another Mataji was taking care. It's in Dandavats. If you do a Google and look for Omkara, Sudama Prabhu like that, you will see the whole pastime is there. That prior to him departing, the Vishnu Dutas came to see him, and then his mood changed. He was suffering a lot. He was very ill and dying. And then after that, his whole demeanor changed, very pleasant and so on. And he explains to this Mataji what had happened. Yeah, that the Vishnu Dutas came, and she said, "When you're leaving," they said, "Not yet." So he did a lot of service for Prabhupada, and then just see, So you can see,
I read about one sannyasi also. He was from Europe, and at that time he had somehow left Krishna conscious something. But in the last time he remembered Prabhupada, and said Prabhupada came to take him back.
Yeah, a lot of
Sannyasi.
yeah. So if you are sincere, you will remember, or the Lord will come, or Prabhupada will come, or your spiritual master will come.
That's the promise Krishna gives for Ramanacharya.
Really? Hopefully we all are able to remember something.
Ramanacharya had this doubt, few doubts.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
And when he was young, he had few doubts.
Oh,
When he
okay.
wanted to ask this question to the Lord Varadaraj, but he doesn't ask actually. And when Kanchipurna is serving Lord Varadaraj, Lord Varadaraj tells Kanchipurna, Ramanacharya has these questions, you go and give this answer. So he said, even he thinks that is it necessary to remember the Lord for a devotee while dying? And then the Lord says, if you are not able to remember, I will remember and make you remember.
Prabhupada says that also to many of the devotees.
Good. My name's Matt. These are my boys. I pastor a church here in town. And you know where Beaver Lake Park is? Beaver Lake Park.
You can sit and listen to Bhagavatam.
Yeah.
Anyway. No, they are going door to door. Could be Mormons or something, or church, Christian.
Always afraid of parking. With the other house.
No, I will parked on the street, right? So somebody's.
Yeah, I haven't been there for a service, but I'm in there to look around. I've been in a tent like that. Yeah. How often do you guys meet? What's like a regular meeting time?
Alright, so what are we also understanding here is he's beyond the regulated principles. Okay? Therefore, for him, all these are just hindrances. For one who's not at that level, we should follow that. So we shouldn't say we are like Jad Bharat. You may be Jada, but you are not Bharat. Right? Yeah. Okay? Yeah. So that's something we should know, right? Yeah, we shouldn't artificially think we can also do this thing. We do follow first all the regulated principles. In the initial stage, it brings us to the mode of goodness. Then, if you are following with Krishna centered, then it becomes transcendental. Yeah. Because in the beginning, you have so much other doubts and attachments and so on and so forth. So therefore, Krishna tells Arjuna, right? You have to rise above the three modes. Yeah. Then you can execute sincerely. If you are in the modes, you cannot be sincere. Right? It's a fact. It's not possible. What is this thing? Somebody is calling. Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda, Mudamati. Text 7.
Sorry. अथ यवीयसि द्विजः सति स्वगर्भजातं मिथुनं सपत्न्या उपानस्य स्वयं अनुसंस्थाय पतिलोकम् अगात्.
Patilokam. Thereafter the Brahmana's younger wife, after entrusting her twin children, boy and girl, to the elder wife, departed for Patiloka, voluntarily dying with her husband. This is the Sati. It's interesting, in those days they used to do.
So Patiloka means over here husband, where husband goes, or is it
Yes, yes. Probably like Pitriloka, like that. Yeah. But I guess there is a planet called Patiloka. I'm not familiar with some of these.
So there is a
planets.
common understanding in India that wife and husband are wife and husband for 7 years. Is there any basis for that? No.
It's all nonsense.
Okay.
Some kind of nonsense philosophy. Yeah. I've never heard of that. First time.
And that's very, very...
It's just like some people send you an email and say you have to send to 10 people, otherwise you don't get this. Such a nonsense thing, you know. And I always send back and say I'll be the first one to break this. Stupid chain mails and all that. So that's what it is. The same thing in a different way. Same nonsense in different flavor. Yeah. Right?
That means the husband also has to, just curious. Husband
Here in different yugas, when whatever the husband does favorably, the wife gets full if she serves him.
Correct.
Yeah.
But that means the husband goes to like Patiloka or...
Yeah, that's what it, Patiloka means her pati, right? Yeah. He's going there, so she's going. I guess.
Right,
no, I think he
is the planet named Patiloka.
Yeah, it is possible. There may be a planet. I do not know.
Huh? There is one.
That's where her husband went.
Could be like, Pitriloka, Patiloka, all those things. But I do not know. I've never come across in the Vedic cosmography Patiloka. So I can't tell if there's...
research there.
It is there, it is there, and she went there. Yeah. According to the Bhagavatam, it is there and she went there. Okay.
8 Prabhu. पितरि उपरते भ्रातर येनम अतत् प्रभाव विदस त्रयाम विद्यायाम एव पर्यावसित मतयो नापरा विद्यायाम जड़मतिर् इति भ्रातुर अनुशासन निर्बन्धान् न्यावृत्तसन्त.
After the father died, the 9 stepbrothers of Jadabharata, who considered Jadabharata dull and brainless, abandoned the father's attempt to give Jadabharata a complete education. The stepbrothers of Jadabharata were learned in the 3 Vedas, the Rig Veda, Sama Veda and Yajur Veda. Which one is missing? Atharva Veda. Which very much encouraged fruitive activity. The 9 brothers were not at all spiritually enlightened in devotion service to the Lord. Consequently, they could not understand the highly exalted position of Jada Bharata. Interesting, no? If you practice well, then it appears from this statement you should be able to see the quality and the position of every living entity. Srila Prabhupada could do that, yes. Right? And your spiritual masters can do that. Right? You are like shocked. How does he know? Because they can see you through like that. So if you practice properly, you become very sensitive to many things in this universe. You can see when people say, you can feel the empathy or no empathy in their hearts. That comes with purity. If you cannot, then too bad. That means you have a lot to work. Okay. So here we see the stepbrothers are not interested. They are more, instead of making advancement, they are going downwards. They are becoming karma kandis. And therefore, when you're thinking materially, you will see only material things. So externally, Jadabharata is materially unqualified. So why waste any time with him? That's what it is. Text 9 and 10.
Sacha prakriter dvipada pashubhir unmatta jadabhadira mukketi abhibhasyamano yadata danurupani prabhasate karmani cha karyamanaha parechaya karoti vistito vetanto vayachanyaya yadrichaya vopasisadhitam alpam bahumristam kadanam vabhyavaharati param nendriya priti nimittam.
Degraded men actually know better than animals.
Sorry, there is a little bit more. I'm sorry, we have to continue. Nitya nivritta nimitta swasiddha vishuddhanubhavananda swatma labhadhigama sukha dukhayor dvanda nimittayor asambhavita deha bimanaha sitoshna varsheshu vrisa ivanana vrithangaha pinaha samhananangaha standila samveshananu mardhanarjamarjana rajasa mahamanir ivana bhivyakta brahma varchasaha kupatha vritakatir upavithenor noru masina dvijatir iti brahma bandhur iti samjnayataj Jnajnavamatho vichachara.
Alright, degraded men actually know better than animals. The only difference is that animals have 4 legs and such men have only 2. These 2-legged animalistic men used to call Jadabharata mad, dull, deaf and dumb. They mistreated him, and Jadabharata behaved for them like a madman who was deaf, blind or dull. He did not protest or try to convince them that he was not so. If others wanted him to do something, he acted according to their desires. Whatever food he could acquire by begging or by wages, and whatever came of its own accord, be it a small quantity, palatable, stale or tasteless, he would accept and eat. He never ate anything for sense gratification because he was already liberated from the bodily conception, which induces one to accept palatable or unpalatable food. There you go. He was full in the transcendental consciousness of devotional service, and therefore he was unaffected by the dualities arising from the bodily conception. Actually, his body was as strong as a bull's and his limbs were very muscular. He didn't care for winter or summer, wind or rain, and he never covered his body at any time. He lay on the ground and never smeared oil on his body or took a bath. Because his body was dirty, his spiritual effulgence and knowledge were covered, just as the splendor of a valuable gem is covered by dirt. He only wore a dirty loin cloth and his sacred thread, which was blackish. Understanding that he was born in a Brahmana family, people would call him a Brahma Bandhu and other names. Being thus insulted and neglected by materialistic people, he wandered here and there. Just see, he's just like his. In the previous life, his father also was doing the same thing. Vishal. Yeah. Alright, text 11.
Yada tu parata aharam karma vetanata iha manaha swabhratrivir apikedara karmani nirupitastadapi karoti kintuna samam vishamam nyunam adhikam iti veda kanapinyaka fali karana kulmasa sthalipuri sadhini api amritavat abhyavaharati.
Jadabharata used to work only for food. The stepbrothers took advantage of this and engaged him in agricultural field work in exchange for some food. But actually he did not know how to work very well in the field. He did not know where to spread dirt or where to make the ground level or uneven. His brothers used to give him broken rice, oil cakes, the chaff of rice, worm-eaten grains and burned grains that had stuck to the pot. But he gladly accepted all this as if it were nectar. He did not hold any grudges and ate all this very gladly. Look at the consciousness. He didn't even think these people should be shot or whatever. we would think like that. But for one who's not advanced, like Jadu Bharat, you have to be careful how you treat people. Because then you may be treating someone who's advanced, then there will be subsequent reactions. But one who's already advanced, he automatically treats everyone nicely. So you see, Jadu Bharat is not getting angry or anything like that. No grudges. Right? Oh, he didn't give me samosa last Sunday feast. Yeah, this is there always. I keep saying that, but it comes out in different ways. Oh, I came with my friend, you said Haribol to him, you never said Haribol to me. These are all mundane, very low level. So one who's advanced doesn't worry about such things. But one who's bodily conscious, he or she will want those recognitions. Oh, I went to temple, they didn't look at me.
Body conscious.
Huh?
Bodily conscious.
Bodily conscious. Yeah, I am there to give darshan and nobody took that darshan. Like that. So it's all good, bad, all mental. It's all on the mental platform. So we're not worried about that. Text 12.
Manodharma, he bhala, he manda, sabha brahma. Brahma. Illusion.
Yeah, I already mentioned it briefly, so I don't want to go into it. Text 12.
Prabhu, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So, dualities should not be taken into account, but still there are differences, like if we talk of karmis
you
and
must,
jnanis.
yeah, you must be able to discriminate, but it shouldn't affect you.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, it's too cold, you complain, too hot, you complain. That means it's affecting. Cold or hot, you just say, yeah, but that's how it's going to be. Yeah. Just
put on effort and move on.
Yeah, exactly. Go on with your life. So dualities exist only in this material world, not in the spiritual.
Yeah. So we can discriminate.
Yes, you discriminate. That means if it's cold, you don't go out like Jadvara.
Okay.
Yeah, you wear a coat and go out and preach, and if it's hot, you wear lighter clothes like that. Yeah. Discrimination is there so that you can execute certain functions properly. You need that. Right? You use your intelligence like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is it that harms us in dualities?
Then you lament because you're attached to this or that, no?
If you lament or hanker because
Yeah.
of dualities,
Yeah.
that is detrimental.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? You're attached to certain things. I want it warm, I want it cold, like that. So it doesn't matter. To this life, you come here in America, from India you moved here, then you're like, oh, so wonderful, and then you see everything's horrible, then you think, better I was in India, and you die thinking like, you take birth in India next life. And then you're thinking, I want to go to America. Cycle keeps going on and on. Yeah, so there are hankering and lamenting. The dualities. Both are, unless you're a devotee, it doesn't matter where you are, actually. It doesn't matter. Unless you're preaching, then yeah.
अत कदाचित् कश्चिद् वृषलपतिर्भद्रकाल्ये पुरुषापशुम् आलाभथापत्य कामः.
At this time, being desirous of obtaining a son, a leader of dacoits, who came from a Shudra family, wanted to worship the goddess Bhadra Kali by offering her in sacrifice a dull man who is considered no better than an animal. Guess who is the dull man?
Tasyaha daiva muktasya pasho padavim tad anucharaha paridhavanto nishi nishita samaye tamasa vratayam anadigata pasava akasmikena vidhina kedaran virisananena mriga varahadhibhya samrakshasamanam angira pravarasutam apasyan.
Now, in the previous verse, I was going to say that Prabhupada mentions that people, like low class people, he says they particularly like to worship like Kali, Bhadrakali for material desires, you know. So, and they won't even hesitate to kill people. They think it's okay. And if you look at the Puranas, there is such a Narabali, you know, there is such a statement saying that you can't do that. And Narabali is for people who are dull-minded, you can sacrifice. And that's a heavy thing, no? Huh? Yeah. But they don't know, right? In this case, they're just who or what is not, they're not worried about it. I remember when I was a little boy in the 60s, that when we used to walk to school and they used to kidnap little children and then they would sacrifice them to Kali. And finally those people were caught.
These people all follow the tantra.
The tantrics, exactly. They wanted some magic power, so they were sacrificing. Like 6 children were kidnapped and they cut their head, sacrifice. They found them, and they were not even Indian people, they were Chinese people worshipping Kali. In Singapore, I remember where our parents were all scared, children, you know, because every 2-3 days later one child will be missing, another child will be missing. So therefore Prabhupada says such low class people, they want something.
I used to hear the story that people have some kind of
magic.
Not magic, the
head, skull.
No. So like kajal, right? The mai, they say you put it on that person, then they will follow you. And then
black magic.
And then they will take you, and then they will pluck your eyes, and then make you to beg children.
That is happening now.
Without kajal, they are doing it. They kidnap and they dig the eye or they cut the legs in Bombay. They are doing that. Very common, no?
Slumdog Millionaire.
Slumdog. Text 13 is you chant. The leader of the dacoits captured a man animal for sacrifice, but he escaped. And the leader ordered his followers to find him. They ran in different directions but could not find him. Wandering here and there, in the middle of the night, covered by dense darkness, they came to a paddy field where they saw the exalted son of the Angira family, Jadabharata, who was sitting in an elevated place guarding the field against the attacks of deer and wild pigs. So they put him to guard the brothers. Text 14.
Atata enam anavadya lakshanam avambrisya bhratar karma nispatim manyamana bhadva rasayana chandika griham upaninyur mudha vikasita vadanaha.
Muda, very happy. The followers and servants of the dacoit chief considered Jadabharata to possess qualities quite similar for a man animal, and they decided that he was a perfect choice for sacrifice. Their faces bright with happiness, they bound him with ropes and brought him to the temple of the goddess Kali. They were very happy, because the chief otherwise would chop them up. That's how the life is, right? Very harsh life for them to be killed or be killed, you know. Okay, let's continue first. Text 15.
Ata panayastam swa vidinabhishyachya hatena Vasasachadhyaya Bhushanalpa Sraktilakadhibir Upas Kritam Bhuktavantam Dhupa Malya Laja Kisalayan Kura Falopaharopetya Vaishasha Samsthaya Mahata Gita Stuti Mridanga Panava Ghoshena Cha Purusha Pashum Bhadra Kalyaha Purata Upaveshyayamasuhu.
So anyway, Jadabhara did not protest, right? But they wanted to take him, he just kept quiet. After this, all the thieves, according to the imaginative ritual for killing animalistic men, bathed Jadabharata, dressed him in new clothes, decorated him with ornaments befitting an animal, smeared his body with scented oils and decorated him with tilak, sandalwood pulp and garlands. They fed him sumptuously and then brought him before the goddess Kali, offering her incense, lamps, garlands, parched grain, newly grown twigs, sprouts, fruits and flowers. In this way they worshipped the deity before killing the man-animal, and they vibrated songs and prayers and played drums and bugles. Jadabharata was then made to sit down before the deity. So here also Sukadeva Goswami says that they, according to their own ritualistic, I mean according to their own imagination they are doing it, not based on proper scripture. Because they don't care, they are thieves and rogues where they don't have any brahmanas teaching them. So they just like, the Durga will be happy or Kali will be happy, let's just do it, sacrifice like that. Prabhupada writes that Tamasic Shastras give instructions for the sacrifice of an animal like a goat or buffalo before the goddess Kali. But there's no mention of killing a man, however dull he may be. Alright, so he says this process was manufactured by the dacoits themselves, therefore the word Swa Vidina is used. Okay? So like Nara Bali and all, you hear of it and it's become like part of culture. But actually all these are man-made. So Prabhupada continues, right? Even at this time there are many sacrifices being conducted without reference to the Vedic scriptures. So I do not know, some people do fire sacrifice or through internet, FaceTime and stuff like that. So I'm not sure whether those are valid or not. E-puja.
E-deepa.
Yeah, E-deepa, all that. So I do not know.
Kartik time.
So you have to look at the scripture. If the Brahmana is not there, he is like 1,000 miles away, how is it purifying that place? Maybe by a sound vibration, not sure. And Prabhupada talks about his own experience. In Calcutta, recently a slaughterhouse was being advertised as a temple of the goddess Kali. Meat eaters foolishly purchase meat from such shop, thinking it different from ordinary meat and taking it to be the prasada of goddess Kali. So this is another concoction.
Kalighat.
Kalighat.
That's the place.
Yeah, they slaughter things, yeah. There's blood there and Ganges there.
Yes, it's there. I have gone.
You can see that it smells horrible in the place.
Kalika Mandir,
Yeah.
Kalighat.
Right in the
I've seen that.
Kalighat. Calcutta.
Kalighat.
Kalika.
It's next to Ganges.
Yeah, I've seen it. It
Name
stinks.
also is in the Kalika.
Kali.
Calcutta is coming from Kali? No, I don't know.
Kolkata.
Kolkata now. Now it's Kolkata. You know,
Kolkata.
Kolkata. You take the street. Yeah, actually, these are not prescribed and these are concocted. People just come and they think they know how to worship and they just worship some spirit or some ghost and then they come out with all those rituals. And there are many people who do that. I think in the 80s in South America there was some group of people who were worshipping some spirit in the mountain. And then they also wrote a book and everywhere people were trying to go to South America like that. Crazy people. Text 16.
Can you go to text 16?
Oh, what are you doing?
I was just showing the temple.
Oh, okay.
Kalighat.
अत वृषल राजपानिः पुरुषपशोर अस्रग आसवेन देवीं भद्रकालीं यक्ष्यमानास्तद अभिमन्त्रितम् असीम अतिकराल निशितम् उपाददे.
At this time, one of the thieves, acting as a chief priest, so one of them promoted himself, was ready to offer the blood of Jadabharat, whom they imagined to be an animal man. I think they also have some standard. There must be animal man, otherwise they cannot offer to the goddess Kali to drink as a liquor. He therefore took up a very fearsome sword, which was very sharp, and consecrating it by the mantra of Bhadrakali, raised it to kill Jadabharat. Text 17.
इति तेषां वृषलानां राजस्तमस् प्रकृतीनां धनमदराज उत्सिक्त मनसां भगवत्कालवीरकुलं कदर्थीकृत्योपतेन स्वैरं विहरतां हिंसविहाराणां कर्मातिदारुणं यद्ब्रह्मभूतस्य साक्षात् ब्रह्मर्षिसुतस्य निर्वैरस्य सर्वभूतसुहृदा शून्यायाम् अपि अनानुमताम् आलम्बहनं तदुपलभ्य ब्रह्मतेजसाति धूर्विषहेन धन्दहयमानेन वपुषा सहसोचा Chata Saiva Devi Bhadrakali.
All the rogues and thieves who had made arrangements for the worship of goddess Kali were low-minded and bound to the modes of passion and ignorance. They were overpowered by the desire to become very rich. Therefore they had the audacity to disobey the injunctions of the Vedas, so much so that they were prepared to kill Jadabharata, a self-realized soul born in a Brahmana family. Due to their envy, these dacoits brought him before the goddess Kali for sacrifice. Such people are always addicted to envious activities, and therefore they dared to try to kill Jadabharata. Jadabharata was the best friend of all living entities. He was no one's enemy, and he was always absorbed in meditation on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He was born of a good Brahmana father, and killing him was forbidden, even though he might have been an enemy or aggressive person. In any case, there was no reason to kill Jadabharata, and the goddess Kali could not bear this. She could immediately understand that these sinful dacoits were about to kill a great devotee of the Lord. Suddenly the deity's body burst asunder, and the goddess Kali personally emerged from it in a body burning with an intense and intolerable effulgence. Material energy itself is coming. So you can see here that based on their own concoction they will go against scriptures, right? Asuram kulam ashrita. They take shelter of all these kind of things.
17th chapter.
Yeah. Overpowered by the desire to become very rich. So that's what's happening, right? Material life, wealth is the main thing. So if you pursue so much materialistically to accumulate wealth, you are no better than these dacoits. Right? You can see they will do anything or everything to get that money. And we find that pretty much nowadays people are like that. And even though they may have education and so on, they behave like these dacoits. They cut the resources for common people, right? And then they tell them, too bad, This is how the world is. But here we also see that all that is due to what? Due to envy. If you want to kill someone, you only kill someone because out of enviousness. That's why you should be careful how you walk and how you talk and speak and so on. It's due to envy that we want to destroy another entity. So due to envy, they want to kill him. So Prabhupada, the Sukadeva Goswami says, such people are always addicted to envious activities. That means it's always selfish, self-centeredness.
So Jagadit Bharata did not at all act in self-defense.
No, not at all, because he is